For the demonstration of the audit software, all we have to do is to visit the monitorQA website. If you do not have an account yet, we can create our own. Let me create mine. As soon as you register for an account with monitorQA, you'll be presented with a quick setup wizard to guide you through basic configuration steps. First, enter some information of your company like the company name, the type of industry you are in, the number of users, and other things. On the next step, you have an option to invite other users to your monitorQA account. May he be an auditor, auditee, or an observer. But for this one, I will skip it for later for you to see the detailed process of adding users. On the last step of the guide, you'll be able to choose on the pre-made audit templates shown on your screen. For this time, I wanted to choose all available templates, but later on, I will teach you on how you can create your own template. Now, we click Finish. For the detailed process of inviting other users, we can click the New User tab and simply type their name, email address, and their role for the audit. The role will determine what they can do within the system. For example, if there are someone who only needs to do audits, then choose the auditor role. On the other hand, if there are someone who needs full access to the system, choose the admin role. A detailed overview of roles and permissions are available in the knowledge base. Let's add more users. Those invited users will each receive an email with instructions to download the monitorQA mobile app and log in with the temporary password provided in the email. The next step is to add an audit object on which audits will be performed. It is basically a thing on which you're performing an audit. For this, we can enter restaurant as our audit object, but we are not going to tag it for now. Let's choose to notify these users about the results performed on this restaurant. The tags option can be used to slice and dice data later on. For example, if certain auditor could only do security audit, then you could create the tag called security and tag users and audits that require some special skills. For now, let's skip this field. We can add location, but for now, we can skip it. Aside from choosing an audit template, we can customize our own. Just like what I've said earlier, I will teach you how to create your own template. First, let's go to the library section and click Templates. As you can see, shown are all of the audit templates we have checked during the initial setup. Now, let's click Create Template. For the setup, let's take for example that we want to inspect the restaurant cashier. Choose Audit for the type and default scoring. We can have our description, but let's skip it for now. Let's remain the historical audit as is. Check the requirement of auditor's signature and auditee's signature. Next, for the build area, let's say we are specifically inspecting the controls of the cash handling section. For the first checklist, we can add the first item, cash receipts are authorized and signed. We can choose different response types, but for this, the applicable response type is yes or no. Let's consider it as a critical item which needs auditor signature, photo, and other information. For the second item, each cashier has separate cash drawer. Then, we can just copy the requirements from the first item. All of the items and build templates can be seen on the previous section. The auditor can add as many items as he wants and create more of his own templates. Going back to the dashboard, as you can see, the last step is to schedule an audit. Let's click on the New Schedule option. By clicking this option, the system will display the Schedule section and will have a new schedule dialog in front of us. I'll choose the restaurant inspection template that I added to my account during the initial setup. I will name it Group 2 Audit. I'll select an audit object to which this audit applies. I have just one restaurant added, so let's choose it here. I will assign specific auditors for this audit. Let's skip the tag section and proceed to the recurrency section. For this demonstration, I will just set it for one time. I want it to start on January 23rd and stop it to January 24th, 2022. This depends on how long you will inspect your audit object. Now click the schedule button and that's it. We have scheduled our first audit inspection. Let me show you more of scheduling audits. Now, let's navigate to our dashboard section. As you can see, the guidance steps are now gone here since we have completed our steps. The dashboard is where you can see the snapshots of compliance within your business and also see outstanding corrective actions that need to be addressed. The audit section is where you can review any pending or completed audit results as well as check and approve corrective actions that came out of performed audits. The library section is an area where you can create new audit templates or just any of the existing ones. And finally, the settings section is where you can tweak your account configuration, manage users and audit objects as well as tags, review access roles, and a few more options. You can freely explore all the features in the monitorQA software.
After scheduling through the website, we will continue to do the audit engagement with monitorQA mobile application. Once the application has been installed, just open it and enter your account monitorQA email address and password. Do not forget that you also have other options to log in, which is either through your Apple account or Google account. Then after, click sign in. Afterwards, you will immediately face the audits section where you will see all the scheduled audits assigned to you, which includes the title of your engagement, your co-auditors, your audit object, your progress, the scheduled due date, and the corrective actions. Next up, when you click the scheduled audit, you will be needed to download it for you to continue the audit. Afterwards, you will be directly put into detailed sections of your audit engagement that includes your audit sections that were assigned to you and your co-auditors. In this example transaction, each member of the group has its own assigned section to audit. Inside of each section, as the auditor, you will have this style of checklist, but your website admin or audit engagement leader may choose to create differently through monitorQA's website. With each question on the checklist, you will be asked to answer if the standards or requirements have been met by clicking passed or failed. Further, every question has its own unique features where you can put any comments, take real-life evidence through taking photos, and take note of any corrective actions. Besides these features, you also have the option to set its level of priority, which is either a warning, needs training, urgent, needs assistance, follow-up, corrected on-site, or simply a great job. After completing the checklist, you just need to submit it and then sync it with other auditors' audits. One amazing feature of this mobile app is that it has a real-time based system. Just sync your audit from time to time for you to see the audits of other auditors once they have finished the section that was assigned to them. Now, just like with your section, you will also see the results of others, including every comment, actions, number of failures, and its percentage rate as well. Then once all the sections have been audited, the team leader may complete the audit just by clicking the Finish the Audit button.
Upon completing the inspection, monitorQA also enable users to conduct corrective actions monitoring for the areas that needs attention. Task notifications are accordingly shown in the notification, email, and in the app's dashboard. So to accordingly check what corrective action shall be done, we will accordingly go to the Results tab and click the Accomplish Audit. As you can see, there is a notification which says that there are currently 2 corrective actions in the audit. So as we click, you'll see the details as to the results of the audit. The business type, audit status, deadline, score, audit duration, and the activity done, together with the name of the person who conducted it, is shown. As we click the Actions tab, we will have an overview of the corrective actions, which in this case, we have 2. Replace the signage and light bulb replacement. Accordingly, it shows the details for the corrective actions, status, priority level of the task, due date, and the person assigned. So we'll do corrective actions according to its priority. With high priority, we'll first consider light bulb replacement. So as you can see, it shows who created the task and the date and time it was submitted. It also shows the question and the action. Photos and comments can also be attached. After attaching images and comments, and when corrective actions were settled, it will be marked as done. Then we'll proceed to the second corrective action assigned, the signage replacement with low priority. So we'll just repeat the previous process that we did in the light bulb replacement. Then we'll accordingly mark it as done. Upon completing those 2 corrective actions, you'll see that the status for the action is pending approval. The screen of the person who assigned the corrective action is shown. As you can see, there is a selection above for approval and rejection. And as the corrective action was approved, it will be eliminated from the pending actions accordingly.
You can view past audit results at a glance in multiple formats: the quick summary, full online report, export to PDF or CSV, and insightful dashboards. Click on Audit to view summary report. This is the audit report snapshot of the Group 2 audit. In details, you can see the location, due date, and completed by whom. The score is 92.11%, means they passed the review conducted on January 24, 2022. And also the activities. In actions, the corrective action was shown the pending and already approved. If you click Show Report, you can view the entire report online. Additionally, you can export full report in PDF format for sharing. You can also customize your PDF report into light, medium, and full. In light, which is the summary only. In medium, the details only without the summary. In full, the summary with details. In analytics, you can see the summary, audit performance, item analysis, and custom. You can view audit performance, outstanding corrective action, audit performance, and compare performance between regions, auditors, and locations. In summary report, it provides insights into your operation. Let's take a look at our audit in restaurant inspections. You can see detailed summary, the total audits, completed audits, total actions, approved actions, audit compliance, which is the overall audit compliance score, the score breakdown, the section performance, the corrective actions analytics, no record shown on field critical items, the audit performance, audit completion, audit day of week breakdown, and lastly, audit completion time. Let's proceed to the audit performance in restaurant inspection. It shows the score breakdown, if it is passed or failed, completion stats, on-time stats, and other stats. There are 2 average comments. 0.67 average comment per failed items, 2 average corrective action, 0.67 average corrective actions per failed item, 3 total failures, and also 3 average failures, 7 average great job flag count, and 1 average needs assessment flag count. This concludes the demonstration of using monitorQA as an audit tool in inspection and test of controls. Thank you for listening.